A viewer request this morning for DIY Danielle, how do you make a chili ristra? I certainly didn't know, and there are so many ways to do this, but I got my lesson from the folks at Sickler Farms. So we're here with Francisca Valenzuela, Sickler Farms. I'm really excited.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you.
Talk about the things that you need just to start.
So to start, what we need is we're going to need some twine. This is a little thin, but that's okay. We can always double wrap it if we need to, but you're going to need something to hold the ristra together.
You also need cotton string, scissors, corn husks, and of course, a lot of beautiful chili peppers. So you have separated the good from the bad chili to make these things. What makes a bad chili?
So for the bad chilies, we're trying to sort out anything that doesn't have a stem on it. That's not going to be helpful for us at all.
Okay.
We also sort out anything that's super dry. This can just cause the stems to break really easily.
So these are the pretty chilies, the good ones, right? Good stem,
Nice stems.
beautiful colors. So where do we start?
So first we're going to make the strand to hold the ristra together.
For a 1-foot ristra, she pulled about 3 or 4 feet of twine to double it up for strength.
And then we'll just cut that.
You'll want to hang that main strand on a hook.
Have somewhere where you can build your ristra. And then at the bottom, we're going to tie these all together in one knot.
Next up, grab the cotton string to tie on the chilies. She cut a piece about 3 feet long and made a slip knot to loop around our first clump of chili.
We always do groups of 3 for our chilies. So we'll get out something. I like to use, in my groups, chilies that are about the same size.
Okay. Group the stems together and then watch this trick from the pro.
Get their left hand to hold them all together.
Oh, Freddy Krueger chili action.
Exactly.
Okay.
And that way our hand is nice and stable and the chilies aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
So when we put our little slip knot around it, we tighten them.
As tight as possible without snapping the stems.
I've got to get it right. There we go. I'm undoing it.
When the chilies feel secure, you wrap it around about 4 times and tie it with a loop around the stems.
Not necessarily a knot, but just a loop. Perfect. Yeah, that's great. And then just pull it tight.
You'll create another cluster of 3 just about 2 inches down that same line of string, wrapping the string around each cluster about 4 times and finishing with that loop around the stems again. Each strand she made had about 6 or 8 clusters about 2 inches apart from each other. And you'll need at least 3 of these strands completed to build.
Yes.
She's already made a whole bunch of them for us. All right. I'm not above a cheat. Okay. Time to attach them onto that piece of twine hanging from the hook.
We're gonna go right in the middle, get 2 on each side. And I've just put like maybe 1 chili through.
Oh, okay.
And it'll
Rest.
it'll rest right there. And then you're gonna wanna sort of braid the chilies around each other.
Grab the next cluster on that strand and put a chili on either side of the main twine, then braid the chilies around each other again.
You want to make sure to just not be too rough with this. That's okay if that happens.
Does that happen?
It does, definitely,
Okay,
which
all
is
right.
totally fine. You won't be able to tell. And then as you build, you kind of push it down as well so you don't get gaps.
That is crucial. Now it's time for the corn husks to make the topper. Francisca put 2 husks inside a bowl of water just to soften them. So not very long.
They don't have to be super wet. It just makes it easier when they're a little more pliable. When you start to shred them, they don't completely disintegrate.
Okay.
Exactly. Get our fork and go lengthways. We just scrape
Look
it.
at that!
Makes it really easy.
I had no idea.
You can do it this way too.
Oh, both ways. Then tie it onto the top with more twine, and you're done.
Yours is going to weigh more than mine, Francisca, I can tell.
A little fat ristra.
Now,
Almost 10-pounder. estimate it's an 8-pounder here. Oh, 7. 7 pounds.
Oh, that's
You can spray your Ristra with clear lacquer to make it last for years, but make sure you let it dry out completely first so the chilies don't mold. Francisca says she never sprays hers though because she eats the chili all year long. Danielle Tedesco, KOB4.